And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to pass, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll do it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Smashes through the tackle. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory. And they get him out of bounds at the 41.
Really good looking run there on the option. Aggie quarterbacks giving defenses fits with their legs is something we've seen before, right? Johnny Manziel, he didn't run a lot of option, but he was so slippery, so tough to bring down. This guy right here has a little bit of that in him as well. He just has a way to kind of slide and slip around tackles. Just gives defenses fits.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to the ground with the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Barrels ahead. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Tennessee's offense will go to work for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but, David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's third down. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Finds the tight end. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets the back moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Extending the play. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He's got it for a big play. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He'll try the outside to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Oh, out of space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll send the tight end in motion. He leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. defensive score.
And that's the kind of play that can win you the game. You're on defense. It looks like the opponent's just going to run it in for an easy touchdown, but you create the takeaway, you scoop and score. It's a game-changing play. It's a momentum-changing play. And you can see on the sideline right now, they are completely galvanized by that defensive score.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here is the Tennessee offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Got it in the middle, it's Jefferson. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Here's a hit. Basic connection. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. Fires to the big fella. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Staley. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The hand to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. And it's no good. He missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's going to throw deep right side. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Finds some room. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Oh, he wants it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Gets it out quickly. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone.
Touchdown ball! A great catch and run for 6.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking for space. It's Moss. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carter. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quickly to the tight end. The discard, and he's running free. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quick release by the QB. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on 3rd down. They execute well. Tip your cap to the defense. They won that battle.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the 1st.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive in potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the back.
He's loose. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Here's the handoff. Quick spin on the run. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
To the air, it's Reed. Hit as he throws. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
That was like bouncing off the guardrails and not losing control off the upright and through. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Hauls it in. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. They just keep firing. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Volunteers are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And his first pass is incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Unloads to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
You know, as a quarterback, the worst thing you can do when you throw a go route is overthrow it, because the only thing that can happen is an incompletion like it did right there. The best thing to do sometimes is to underthrow, because your guy can come back, make the catch, or fight through and get a pass interference penalty.
Breaks the tackle. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He makes the catch at the 10. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So here is the Tennessee offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the run, it's Thomas. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Pulls and fires complete. It's a seam wide open. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go up top on second and short. Makes the grab on the left. And And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from in, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the air, it's Reed. Makes the grab. It's Concepcion. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moss. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when